Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? The views expressed today are just my own, nobody else's, and they're not meant as an attack on anybody. Anyhow, I was watching this or listening to this podcast by somebody who seems to be a really cool poster. I agree with a lot of what they say, or I find a lot of what they have to say interesting. But there was one that they were saying some things that kind of made me scratch my head, and I understood what they were saying, but I didn't understand what they were saying. And here's what it was. They were talking about, like, player motivations or character motivations, and why is my character here, and what's the role of the party, and why should we all stick together, and should things happen in the storyline. And they were talking about some linear type campaigns as well as sandboxes. Why would we continue after this one adventure to continue adventure together, etc. And I kind of scratched my head, but maybe this is because I took a break from gaming for a while, so I didn't experience a lot of the paradigm shifts in gaming. Maybe it's because maybe I'm just stuck in the early '80s. Not sure, but for me, like when I adventured with other people, the reason that the party stayed together was very similar to the reason that we stayed together. I mean, in other words, the motivations were the same in real life and in pretend life. And that was, in the real world, our characters were much less likely to die if we all stuck together and if we played together. So we needed as many people as possible at the gaming table, before it became unruly. We needed a balanced party. At least my character was less likely to die if there was a bunch of other guys there. That was cool for me. And we were going to have some fun. And in the make-believe world, I found the motivations of these characters could be best summed up as they were going to survive a lot better if they stuck together. And this is certainly true in a game I played with where our characters were not very nice people, and they had some different goals in life. But by sticking together, they were much more formidable and much less likely to get hurt or thwarted in those goals. Some of them did. My character certainly did at one point. Oh well. Not a big deal. So I guess for me it was a little weird. To me, a lot of gaming isn't about my character. It's about what my character did. To me, the story. And I'm not a big fan of linear or railroady type games. To me, gaming is it's about what the players did, what the characters did. It's not about some kind of story or why are we here. I'll tell you, in general, for me, the why are we here is like the very first adventure, and it's usually some kind of generic thing, and the DM says, okay, so and so has hired you, you do this, you check out this one little place, and then as the characters move about the world, they discover all kinds of other things and other leads or whatnot they could follow up on. Then after that, the reason why we are here is because we're following up on this nifty stuff, and we're going to hang together for, well, make up while you're hanging together. I really don't care. And if it bothers you that much, I don't know. Maybe you need a different play style. But I'm there to adventure and to have a good time, and it's a game. We're not writing a novel. It's a game. So that's my little rant, and it's not really directed at anybody or telling anybody that their play style is wrong. I don't really care about the motivations and why my character is there. I can make up some little thing, but for the most part, we're adventuring and we're having some fun. So maybe your motivation is different. Tell me about it.